Hey, call me Shape. And today I'm reacting to a video titled, Kevin Samuels was right, as single epidemic rises. Let's get right into it.
The real epidemic among women is disassociation. Most women have endured so much trauma and exhaustion that at some point, their survival strategy is shutting down. The numbness sets in. And to feel something, they reach for a quick fix. A glass of wine they didn't really want, doom scrolling until their eyes blur, mindless shopping, an affair, not because they're reckless, because at some point they can only feel something if it's extreme. Where in our society are we teaching women to work with their big feelings instead of suppressing them? Where do we teach women how to release their emotions from their bodies so they don't manifest as physical symptoms? If you are numb and you haven't been feeling like yourself lately, it's a serious reason to pay attention to your state, because it is not normal.
It's starting to look like black females should just be with the white women, since this is the type of rhetoric they like listening to and submitting to. So we are going to take a look at where all these feminist ideology is heading them towards and what the future looks like for black single females.
Where are you on the 50-50 relationship?
I feel like women have it harder. Hormonally, I mean, in the world, in all the ways.
Okay.
And so a man will never feel internally what I feel, you know? They're just living their life like it's golden. Love that for you.
Yeah.
So to me, I feel like it could never really be equal because we both ain't going through the same challenges. Take the job out of it, you know? Yeah, so for me, I don't know. I think there would have to be some compensation on both things. I also feel like who's taking care of the house? If everybody's going to work, like what are the choices? I feel like it may not be completely equal when it comes to the finances. But wherever that yin and yang needs to come in, like I don't want to feel like I have to work and clean and cook and be hot and want to be sexy. Like, come on now, like what's going on? That's just not fair. Maybe in a numbers way we're splitting things, but I'm going through a lot on the side. So I feel like there needs to be some compensation in that way.
You okay with the man being the head of the house?
Yeah, I do feel like that is my tea, because I do come from like a very Southern and very traditional, and that's what I saw. And I think for me, I don't wanna have to do that. There's too many, on this side in my own career, there's too many questions, too many decisions, too much brain power going to that I don't wanna also have to do that for a family.
Right.
No thanks, no thanks. That's on you, sir.
Right.
That's on you.
If a man asks you...
It's so funny that she said that because, oh look, that's a pretty funny face of her. But it's kind of funny she said that because, you know, she agreed that 50-50 is okay, but if she goes 50-50, she don't want to have to come home and do any work, right? And you said it's harder for women. What is harder about life for women? Other than the fact that you guys have a smaller fertility window. That is pretty hard, I won't lie. You got limited eggs. That's pretty hard, I won't lie. And you risk your life every time you get pregnant. That is pretty hard. But besides those three things, which by the way, we coddle the shit out of you for. We coddle the shit out of women for these three things that I mentioned. Okay, if you see a pregnant lady, give her your seat. You see a pregnant lady, open the door, right? You see a man that's broke, do nothing for him. Okay, not that I'm comparing pregnant women to broke men, but I'm just trying to say society doesn't coddle any kind of man. Okay, but, you know, look, if we're going to go 50-50, baby, yes, you still got to cook and clean. Because if you're doing it all by yourself, you'll be cooking and cleaning. Yeah, you had to put your big girl shoes on, your big girl shirt on, go to work, come home, cook, clean, you know, take care of yourself and take care of the home, and then go to sleep and wake up and do it again tomorrow. Okay, so this idea that you guys get a break with us is so interesting. Black women want to date so their life becomes easier for them, right? But how do you make our lives easier? A lot of times black women want us to make their lives easier, but they never consider about making our lives easier. They're if anything, they want to make it more challenging, harder, confusion, no peace, chaos. But that's the times we're living in.
Right.
No thanks, no thanks. That's on you, sir.
Right.
That's on you.
If a man asks you about your body count, if you're speaking online, block him immediately. If you're on the date with him in person, excuse yourself to the bathroom and just get out of there as quickly as possible, because why is this man interested in who you have not been intimate with? Like, does he want to be intimate with these men? Like, how is that any of his business? When a man asks if you're high maintenance or not, he's basically trying to assess how much effort he's going to have to put into you and if it's going to be worth it. And if you're the kind of woman that he can breadcrumb and literally do the bare minimum, put you on the roster, contact you a couple times a week, and then just take it from there. If he asks about your previous relationship, it could be a genuine kind of like, what have you learned and how have you grown from it? But then it could also be him trying to figure out how much baggage you have and if you're still interested in your ex. If he asks about your friendship circle and specifically if you have guy friends and how many guy friends do you have, this could be him genuinely wanting to just suss the situation. But if he starts picking too much, he could be trying to think how he could gain control in your social circle and who could be talking in your ear if he misbehaves and does things badly. Are your guy friends going to tell you he's a loser, get rid of him?
Taking a look at...
It's so funny she said the thing that she said, if he asks your body count online or in person, block him. And if it's in person, leave the date immediately. Funny that she said that. Because in my personal opinion, listen, you know, if I can't figure out your Carfax, right, what's going on with you, then why should I take on the responsibility? I don't get it. Women want us to just take them as there is when you don't take us as we are, right? If a woman asks, hey, how much do you make? I can't say, oh, it's none of your business. Well, it would be your business if you became my woman because, you know, that's would be part of the provision. Just like it'll be my business, your past, because that'll determine our future, right? If you were at 304 in the past, chances are you'll be at 304 in the future. I mean, maybe not. Maybe 304s could turn into housewives. But, you know, women would never do this for anything else but themselves, right? If you went to buy a house and you're curious how many people lived in that house prior, oh, none of your business. Or, you know, what do you have to do with the people that lived in the house before? You got nothing to do with that. Do you want to contact them and live with them? No, we don't want to contact and live with them, dumbass. Are you dumb? Are you stupid? This is the shit that women listen to all the time. Oh, it's none of your business, none of your business. Then why should I make you a priority if everything that goes on with you is none of my business? But you guys are sneaks and spies, and y'all go through all our history. Bro, if you put anything on your dating apps, if a girl finds out anything about you, they go through your whole timeline of Instagram. Girls be asking me for my YouTube. I don't give them my YouTube. Why? So they can go through all the videos and try to get something and use it against me? No. Okay? I tell them my YouTube is not their business initially. Not that I don't say it's not in their business, but I say I won't reveal it to them initially because I don't even know if we're going to be together. So I got like a 90-day rule. If I got a smash rule. I got to smash you first before you figure out my YouTube. Because then, you know, you'll be more accepting when you realize that I already clapped those cheeks. You know, but for her, this is pretty women that are dumb. You're so smart. You're stupid. You think you know something about men. Oh, men doing it for this reason, men doing it for that reason. No, we're trying to judge good soil from bad soil. Okay? We're trying to judge good locks from bad locks. And if you're a lock that can open up to any key, baby girl, you are a bad lock. And we don't want that horrible lock.
Things badly. Are your guy friends going to tell you he's a loser? Get rid of him.
Taking a look at Coco Jones, who's also engaging in these type of conversations, it does make you think. Someone who is aesthetically pleasing, talented, and doing well compared to average black females and males too. How is it that she's also in the same predicament as other black females who have taken this feminist ideology as well? And average black females, if they think that Coco Jones is finding a hard time to find a man, then what does it say about you?
Y'all believe that we're really in the middle of a singles epidemic? You know, it's a whole bunch of single people that are struggling to find their mates, their husbands, and their wives because the dating pool is full of narcissists, manipulators, gold diggers. You know, do you think people are really single because they can't find good matches? Or do you think that people are single because they live in the Lulu land and they are expecting perfection when they themselves are not perfect? Do you think that people are single because they are looking for someone to complete this laundry list of things that they gotta have? Whole time you are bringing very little to the table and you don't even deserve half of what you're asking for based on what you are providing. Do y'all think that people are single because they are too busy worried about having a social media approved relationship? If they can't post it on the gram, if they can't show the expensive trips, the wonderful gifts, they don't want it? Do y'all think that people are single because it's really that many horrible people out here? Or do y'all think that people are single because they're really not looking for marriage? They're not looking for a partner. They're looking for sponsors, and they're looking for people that they can show off. What do y'all think?
Yeah, I think nowadays, and she raises some good questions. Shout out to you, girl. Very good questions. It's all the above. It's all of the above, right? Women have a laundry list of things that they want from a man, but they don't qualify. They'll turn around and say, I want all these things. And I say, well, what's your history or your past? Oh, it's none of your business. Right? You guys are the prize, right? Oh, you supposedly women are the prize. And I ask, so what do you bring to the table? Oh, I am the table. Baby, I'm trying to figure out what the prize is. You said you're the prize. What exactly is the prize? Because if you ask me if I'm the prize, I'm going to say yes. And you're going to ask, well, what do I get? You get someone that is a strong, alpha, masculine man who is very skilled, by the way, okay? I know how to protect and I know how to provide. As far as protection goes, I'm a 2A guy, okay? That means I got licensed firearms with no serial number scratched off. My local municipality knows exactly which firearms belong to me, okay? I got the serial number, they know, okay? So that's my level of some of the things that I bring. On top of that, I am a goddamn good leader. I'd probably be an amazing father if I had to say myself. You know what I'm saying? I had a great father, and I know some things I would want to improve when I have my own kids. Also, did I mention that I'm childless? That I'm in my prime? I'm 37 years old. I'm in a man's prime, okay? I've been a personal trainer for the last 5 years. I could brag about all the things. If you ask a girl, she says, I am the table. But what exactly is this table? Is it made out of a marble or is it made out of plastic? Which one? A lot of you women are tables made out of plastic. Okay, fold-up tables, the picnic tables, the little green tables with the legs that you fold in and put it in the shed, and it collects dust and cobwebs because no one uses it until the summertime's come once in a while. You guys remember the little tables, right, that folded up? You guys know what I'm talking about. And you pull it up, pick it up in the middle, and that was the handle. Anyway, my whole point about this is that, you know, I think this lady hit on the head. A lot of women are turning into these, you know, insatiable, insufferable brats that want everything from the world, but don't think the world can have any, but expect the world to not want anything in return, right? They want everything in the world, but the world can't expect anything in return. We just got to give everything that we have, all of our valuables to women just because they want it, right? Makes no sense. Doesn't make any sense. Okay, and we have a portion of women who think that, hey, I'm successful. I have professional. Girl, we don't care about your professional success. I do not care about a woman's professional success. I would probably date a girl that only graduated high school, right? I mean, I don't mind the girls that are college educated, but you know what do they say about college educated women? They tend to have a higher divorce rate. So where's the advantage in that? If you're going to have a girl that just talks back all the time, wants to control you, and thinks she knows a thing or two, and her dumb ass don't even study. I meet so many girls that are college educated, but they don't read. How you went to school, you have to read all these books, and then when you graduate, you're like, oh, thank God, I don't got to read again. I tell some people all the time, I read more books after I graduated college than when I was in college. Right? I got Audible too. So realistically, I've been an Audible member for since 2018. So for the last 7 years, you know, or if not more, not longer, I don't know. I can't remember, about 7 years. I've read probably over 80 books easily, maybe more than that, 90 books. But I say this to say that all you women think you're so smart, you think you're so cute, you think you're so educated, all this nonsense, right? Well, then say that, right? When I say, what do you bring to the table? Say, I'm a very well-read woman, right? I'm well-behaved, I'm intelligent, I know how to follow a man's lead. This is the stuff that I want to hear, okay? Because you guys are single because, again, you can have a laundry list on us, but if we had a laundry list for y'all wouldn't exist. Y'all can't compete. A lot of these women are not competitive. They want the world, but they don't offer nothing to the world. And that's the damn shame. That's the honest truth. You know, I feel for them.
Singleness epidemic is becoming a widespread topic that's now being had amongst black females since they always centered it around men, and now they're beginning to realize that it's also an issue that they are encountering first-hand experience.
I can understand, like right now, I think I'm not the only person. A lot of us have dating burnout. We are sick and tired of constant, getting to know someone. It's going really well, boom, ghosting.
I'm so single. I feel like this is an epidemic in the world. You have so many awesome women that are just out here looking for a good partner. I cannot stand dating websites. Me and my cousin, who is about 9.5 years younger than me, downloaded Hinge on a pop the balloon night just for fun. And when I say matched with a few people, but literally deleted it within 48 hours because I just couldn't deal. Like, I need to connect with someone in person. I need to see what your vibe is. I can't just connect with you based off of surface level things or, you know, little tidbits and facts that you're probably lying about. Yeah, I just feel like society has just taken a turn. Social media, although it's a blessing in a lot of ways, I feel like it's a curse because everybody is so accessible and nobody's willing to commit to one person or work on anything or kind of like fight through anything because, oh, well, I'll just move on to the next one. You know, here's a woman who doesn't have her standards as high or, you know, will turn a blind eye to certain things. And it's just not fair. It's not fair. So I know if I'm willing to be committed, loyal, dedicated, and really pour into a person, there has to be at least one other person out there that has the same morals and values. But I just don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it either because you just said how no one's willing to commit. But baby, you weren't willing to commit to Hinge for more than 48 hours. What you talking about? You're one of those people that are not willing to get through the hard stuff. Women want everything, but they want everything to come easy for them. I'm so valuable, therefore everyone should get on their knees and kiss my ass. That's what women think. And they think that if they can't get a man because the man is upset that her standards are too high. Oh my God, you want a woman that's dumb, that's not educated, and has low standards. I mean, it's just so, it's fascinating to me that women believe this. You really believe. The reason why you haven't got with a man because men prefer women with low standards. This is just cope. This is copium. Okay, it's nonsense. Listen, you're an attractive girl. Even though you seem like you got pretty thick saliva. When people open their mouth and you see like a little saliva streams from teeth to teeth, that means the viscosity of their saliva is a little too thick. They need to drink a little bit more water, okay? You got that sticky saliva. That's gross, okay? You could do the little hawk tour, okay? You could do the little hawk tour, but when you do that, it's like a little string that comes out and is stuck to your mouth and smacks back on your face, right? Listen, I think that, you know, if we want to get through this single epidemic, women need to humble themselves and realize you can't just have whatever you want because you think you're so great, you think you qualify for the top guy. You don't. If you've never dated the top guy before, you don't qualify for him. All these women go to school, get educations, get good jobs, and thinking that now I'm qualified for the top guy. No, the top guy would date you without any of that stuff. I messed with Remnant Princess. Shout out to Remnant Princess. But she said earlier that Coco Jones is more successful than other women. Man, we don't care about that. Her being more successful don't make her more valuable to the men. The men don't think you're more valuable because you're famous. Fame, that's a liability. You being famous actually makes me less attracted to you in some ways. Because I know that you could try to use this relationship for clout. You could try to, turn it into you trying to get the audience to side with you, and our relationship has to be public, and now the audience and the crowd and the public's involved in the relationship. That's a liability. I'd rather date a girl who's a nobody, got 200, 300 followers on Instagram, and I don't got to worry about. Y'all think we want someone that's so lit and popular? Why? That don't mean you're beautiful. Just because you're lit doesn't mean you're beautiful. There's some beautiful women that don't even got Instagram, don't even got social media. Their butt's not all over the internet. A lot of women think that if you're beautiful, your butt needs to be all over the internet. Everyone needs to see your ass because we just all need to see your ass 24/7. Unbelievable. But hey, this is why we're in the singles epidemic, because of nonsense like this.
Honestly, I think the first problem that a lot of these black females are having, other than feminism, is their whole concept of them being awesome, them being pretty, them being good enough and too good enough to be single and not desired by other men. Because in their mind, they have put themselves at the top. And in their mind, they are at the top of the food chain. So every man should desire them and want them and be quick to want to go down on one knee and make them a wife. But reality isn't actually producing that or manifesting the king that they deem that they deserve and should have. What reality is showing them is that men do not desire you anymore, men are not willing to simp over you anymore, and men are not willing to bend backwards to give you what you think you deserve. So what does that really tell you about you? What does that really tell you about what you deserve? And what is reality actually trying to tell you about the things that you need to change and about the things that you can't change? And what you are living with and what you have to accept that you're going to live with. Now that's the conversation that's got their feathers in a bunch. That's the
Yeah, I think women should be very, very scared of the future. It said that, I could read in one of the things in the video said that older women, are going to face the most housing challenges as they're single and unmarried. Yeah. Right? Imagine being an older woman. You think you're so lit, you're so this, you're so that, but you're unmarried, you have no kids, and now you're looking for a place to live. I'm telling you, man. Feminism, it ruined a lot of women. A lot of women fell for it. Sexual revolution. Oh, let's be free. Let's hook up with whoever we want and let's do what we want. There's no consequences. It's none of your business. Who I hooked up with is none of your business. You know what? And this is why Kevin Samuels was right. He was right. He predicted this. The stats are saying that by 2030, 45% of women between the age of 25 and 34 or 44 are going to be single and childless. And for us men, that means, there's going to be more women available to date. There are going to be more available women to date. And honestly, because of that, it's going to raise our stock and lower your stock. Because I know by 44, I'm going to be a straight stud. I'm a straight unit. Okay? Wealthy, successful. Shit, by 44, I would have been working out for 44. I've been working out for 12 years straight, I want to say. It's been 5 years now. 7 years, yeah. 12 years straight. And anyone knows anything about lifting and working out, the longer is the better, right? Like I would have a way better body now if I started when I was younger. If I started when I was like 13, I started when I was like 18, but I was infrequent. I went a little bit through, I didn't understand the purpose of going to the gym. I wasn't like that dialed in. When I finally got dialed in as I got older, it all makes sense to me. But I'm saying that to say that times are going to get easier for men. Life gets easier for men as you age. Just understand that you're entering your prime. When you're a man, after the age of 35, you enter your prime. And as a woman, after the age of 29, after the age of 29, you're exiting your prime. You're no longer in your prime. And a lot of these women, they're well-to-do, they're attractive, but they didn't listen. They thought they could ignore what we said. They thought that by ignoring all the red pillars and Kevin Samuels and podcast bros, that they're going to be able to achieve something that, we all doubted that they could. But realistically, they're not going to be able to. All right? And in their mind, it wasn't destined for them. If they don't find nobody, then it wasn't meant to be. Well, I guess a lot of y'all were really meant to be single. And the studies predict that. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll see you over there.